The Aaron's 312 on Fox is brought to you by Smooth Bush Beer and easy drinking Bush Light. Bush, the proud sponsor of the NASCAR Bush Series. With Jeff Hammond, Chris Myers back live. Robbie Gordon leading. We've had 6 different lead changes, 5 different leaders. Robbie Gordon plans on running in 24 Bush races this season. Strong car in the same car he had, Jeff, at Daytona.
Yeah, very strong race car right now. And what's really impressive is the fact that not only has he been able to go up there and lead, as he puts a block right now on the 81 car of Dale Earnhardt Jr., he didn't want to give that lead up, but he's been able to push cars to the front, get them to the lead, and then go right back and make the pass to regain the lead. So he's got a really strong ride, as well as this guy here out front. And Jason Leffler right now running second. He was strong early on, but he also had a problem a little bit earlier on when he went down in the corner right there.
Let's take a look at the double zero car.
Side. Yeah. Notice all of a sudden his car kind of takes off up to the high. He almost gets in that new safety barrier right in the middle of the corner.
We've had just one caution so far as we see Dale Earnhardt Jr.
You're getting a little bit of help right now from Joe Nemechek, and all of a sudden you look and you see Martin Truex lining up behind Robbie Gordon.
So Junior running second behind Robbie Gordon. Let's rejoin Mike, Larry, and Darrell.
On the bottom for the lead, Robbie Gordon. He's already led 20 laps today, twice as many as anyone else, and he's trying to take it back to the lead, but that outside group is just as strong.
Well, that's what I like about this aero package. You know, you can pass. And that's what we're seeing today is pass. Remember the 2001 Daytona 500? We had more lead changes in the first 10 laps than it had in the last 10 races.
Yeah, when they put this aero package on the Cup cars back in 2000, I made the comment in 99, you needed to put cots in the grandstands. In 2000, you didn't need seats because no one ever sat down.
This was a package I wish they'd have stayed with in Cup and just tweaked it. If they'd have just kept tweaking on this package, this is the best Daytona Talladega package they got.
Moving into the top 10, David Stremme in the number 32 Dodge, running within a second of the leader. That maroon car up in the outside lane, 4th in the outside line is Stremme. Here's Jeannie.
Hang around, DW. Tell me if you can relate to this. Talk about being on the hot seat. David Stremme says his keister is hot, 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 a.k.a. the tush is torched. The buns are on fire. Pit stop, please. When he comes in, they're going to give him a heat shield. I'm not making this stuff up, but I'm sure he's really pleased that they're sharing all this information. That's actually the least of his worries. He's still complaining that he's loose in the draft. They plan on taking that track bar down. Welcome to your first Busch race at Talladega.
What happens, Mike and Jeannie, is those seats are solid. And the driver will sometimes dump a little liquid down his back or on his lap. It just goes down in there. It's like sitting in a steam pot. The water it hangs in the bottom of the seat, and you start to literally cook like a lobster. So they might want to give him some STP or aloe or something.
Of course, those exhaust pipes run right underneath him, and at a racetrack like this, where you are wide open throttle most of the time, it just builds a tremendous amount of heat in the exhaust system.
That happens to you one time, and next time you say, hey boys, did y'all put those green holes in the seat?
Yeah. Saw a few of those lobsters on top of some of the campers in the infield earlier.
It's a hot day out there. It's about 86 degrees.
Martin Truex
getting a little racy there, and he kind of dives out there. He's looking for his teammate, I think.
Yeah, he slid right up in front of his teammate / car owner, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 81 car. Kenny Wallace in the 23 looked like he wanted to fill that hole as well. But it looks like right now, for the most part around the racetrack, that bottom line is the one that continues to move.
What continues to move is wherever Robbie Gordon is. He has got a strong horse right there today, boys.
In each of the last 2 years here, we've only had 7 lead changes. In each of those races, we've already had 8 today, validating this aerodynamic package. Now, Michael Waltrip expected to be a contender in this race, but he has now fallen to 20th position.
He's points racing. Normally, Mike would be up there fighting for the lead with the best of it. I think he's points racing today, Matt.
DW within 10 laps of Michael hitting pit road. His car was running very warm earlier, had gotten up over 230 to almost 240. He said he needs lots of adjustments. His car, very loose, expected to come in with both Dale Jr. and Martin Truex Jr. He wants track bar, air pressure, and tape off the grill. His crew chief, Jerry Baxter, wanted to go with a 2-tire scenario. Mikey overruled. He wants 4.
And you know what? Every time I called in with that many changes, they said pick one.
Yeah, right.
Which one you need the worst?
And yeah, I think it would be a smart move now that we're 44 laps into this run and no one has changed tires. This next pit stop, whether it's green or caution, you want to make sure you get 4 fresh tires on there now. That way near the end of the race, 117 laps, you'll get by with maybe just 2 tires.
Deal making among crew chiefs going on. Looking for someone to pit with at the same time so you can get back out.
Yellow flag, yellow flag.
Yellow flag for that piece of debris. Second caution of the day.
Now that was Brian Patty, Joe Nemechek's crew chief, and Tony Gibson, who's working with Dale Earnhardt Jr. That was them making a deal here because we're just a few laps away from having to make those green flag stops had it not been for this caution.
Let's see what happens here, Larry. See if we can see where this comes from. Whoa.
Somebody bump drafting?
It looks like a piece of, almost like one of the strips. You know, it's not one of the roof strips, is it?
Or I wonder if it maybe is one of the strips off one of the rear spoilers. You know, it has that flange on it as well that's bolted on.
The wicker bill.
And then, of course, they got skirts down the right side, but that looks pretty substantial.
But if it's off one of those rear spoilers or a roof strip, whoever it's off of, they will definitely have to put that back on. NASCAR will not let you race without it if indeed that's what it is.
And I don't believe that's a part you normally keep spares for on pit road.
I don't think so.
No.
To me, this caution, who it helps the most is our group back there, Bobby Hamilton Jr., Casey Atwood, those guys, because they were really starting to lose touch. They were about a half lap down from our lead pack, so I think they're the guys that really are going to enjoy this caution.
Yeah, they'll step it up a little bit this next run.
Time to go.
Hermie Sadler was the first car 1 lap down. He will get the free pass. Welcome back to Talladega. Second caution of the day. Debris off one of the race cars. Pit road not yet open. Hermie Sadler, though, will get the free pass, but the car didn't sound good as it came around, and now it sounds like it's shut off.
It sounded like the transmission was making a lot of noise and rattling around, but he could just be out of fuel.
And Derek Cope goes to the garage where Jeff Fuller has just returned from. That leaves Cope and Rick Markle, the 2 cars, off the racetrack.
You know who else this was a huge break for? Johnny Benson. He had lost that pack back there that was a second pack. He was almost in jeopardy of going a lap down in the 1 car. And there you see the green flag. This means pit road will be open, and it will be a very busy place.
Jeannie?
Well, the 87 of Joe Nemechek, they say the car is running perfect, no changes, just 4 tire scuffs for inquiring minds. And a reminder to take some water, Joe. One more thing, remember not to kill the fenders. Matt?
Robbie Gordon slides to a stop as they go to work on the right side. No adjustments for the 55 car. They will definitely have to go for 4, even if they wanted to, because he slid into his pit. Dick?
Earnhardt Jr. in his pit right now. A minor adjustment to the chassis in the back end of that car. Right in front of him, his teammate Martin Truex. And there goes Jr. The 55 is beating him out, and so has Truex.
Dale Jr. comes out 3rd. Mike Bliss 4th. Nemechek 5th. Johnny Sauter, Greg Biffle, Kenny Wallace, Clint Boyer, Jason Leffler, Mike Wallace, Ashton Lewis. That's the race off pit road.
That 55 bunch is on it, Larry.
Yes, they are.
I'm telling you.
When your car runs good, everything runs good. Hey, the group that really shined, though, was Mike Bliss in that 20 car. Those guys came in 7th. As we see Hermie Sadler getting a push there, no 2 car, but they go out 4th, Mike Bliss in the 20.
Hermie Sadler, the Zapp Creations Pontiac. They get pushed back to the pits.
Look how far Gordon, he was way out there.
And you know what I like? We talked about pit road being 55 miles per hour. As we're seeing David Strimmy in the 32 car. He's sitting down there like he's not running.
Come back around.
Just talking about Robbie Gordon's pit spot. He's pitting back about 9 or 10 pits from the exit of pit road. With that restrictor plate, he can maximize pit road speed leaving, and that may be another good advantage to where he's pitting here with the restrictor plate.
Steve?
Well, Mike Bliss talked about his race car as being just a little twitchy. He said he'd lost a little front grip. The only adjustment they made to that Chevrolet, a half a pound in the right front tire. Great stop for the 20 team.
Larry, I don't know what they're really working feverishly on that 5 car, as if there's something up there that is not just, can't just pull tape off, Matt. What is it?
DW, they've cut about a 3 by 6 inch hole in the bottom part of the bumper grill area to try to get more air into the engine. They had that grill screen ready, hoping for a caution so they would have the opportunity to fix that to try to cool down that water temperature.
Yeah, what they've done is they've opened up this bottom area down here that wasn't open before. That's going to put a lot more air into the radiator.
Yeah, they've already pulled about all the tape. I see one little piece left at the top of the nose, but you don't get a lot of airflow right up at the very top of that opening.
Kyle Busch just barely got out of the pit. You see the pace truck in time to stay on the lead lap.